With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now, Charles, you and I, we've done a lot of games together. Always seems like we're rehashing the same storylines. Turnovers, of course, always a big story. Quarterback play, running backs, yada, yada, yada. But getting ready for this one word kept coming to mind, and that's preparation.
Well, it's critical to be prepared. Physically, mentally. When you think about getting ready for an NFL game, you have to wonder, what will they throw at us that maybe we haven't seen before? 2-minute drill, maybe different things like that. Got to be prepared. You're exactly right.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he gets it to the Colts' 31-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota, and he finds his tight end, Graham. A good pickup there of 22. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
Well, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Throwing is Mariota. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal. This opening drive has taken them to the 2, but now they come up on a 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Disaster there, resulting in a loss of 7 on 3rd down. Okay, so you just took the big loss. Now what are you doing on 4th down?
Well, we have a change of plans now is what we have, because I think they were looking at the play sheet, trying to dial something up to go for it on 4th down. But after that loss, that goes right out the window. Now you have to kick the field goal and hope to come back down the next time and score.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now they'll try the jet sweep here. And an alley to run.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. Looking for Clark. He's got him complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From just shy of midfield, Murray looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. Down the numbers. There he goes. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Murray, he bootlegs it. Rolling to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Switch. Check 24. Safe.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack.
And that's caught inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Try to run for it with Jacobs. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Well, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis in his first half of action. On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota, and Graham's got it, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge differences, we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mariota now. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll throw again. Mariota. That is caught by Moss for a Raider touchdown. Randy Moss there to make the grab. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now, because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Throwing on first down is Murray. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing again on second down. Murray. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 19. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 23 yards the pickup there. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Play fake. Murray. Dancing to his left. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. Murray now on first down. But he will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down. They'll run with Sanders. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Jacobs. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be second and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. Taking it in as his guys are back within a single score. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here. Here's Murray. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Raiders.
A first down throw for Mariota. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deion Sanders. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Well, when both guys went up for the ball, I just thought, who's going to come down with it? I didn't think he'd come down with it and then take it all the way for a touchdown.
That's battling, isn't it? Because normally, if both guys go up for it and come down with it, the tie goes to the offense. The defensive player didn't want it to be a tie at all. He wanted a little bit more, took it, and went the other direction.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Devin Hester, the intended receiver. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
Here's Murray from midfield. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. It's Clay Matthews with a pick. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Following the interception here, Mariota buying time to his left. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both, because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
Flush to his right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On third down, Mariota. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. DK Metcalf, 45 yards. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Gostkowski with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out? And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Mike. Mike. Coming to you.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. On 2nd and 12, Mariota forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Mariota, and he finds Jimmy Graham. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider 1st down. Mariota now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. McCaffrey on the counter. And a short gain here down to the 22. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. They come up in an offset eye. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here?
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. No success on 1st down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Single, slot. Hey, you're over there.
On third down, here comes Jacobs. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football. They just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. On first down, Jacobs. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Casey Hayward makes the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
He completes it to Julio Jones. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Murray. And he'll get this back to the 32. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Vick operating on first down, escaping the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for KC. And even 50 yards.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Punching it in from a yard away as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Here we go, 50-50. Mike 50. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Now Murray off play action. And he's got a man, Demaryius Thomas. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Play action. Now it's Murray. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. So here's Vic following the interception. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And Vic's throw there incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away, and it's 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Running is Jacobs. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Switch.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Ryan Shazier got in that time, the 1st-round pick of 2014. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Murray now. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Touchdown, Indianapolis. DK Metcalf, 58 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 2nd and 9, Vick. Now Vick stripped. He lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Counter play with Jacobs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 15 now. Murray. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. 11 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. That's the Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor doing what he does best. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Here's Michael Vick. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Josh Allen. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. The throw on 2nd down from Vick, incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 48-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
From just shy of midfield, Murray got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. To throw is Murray. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row. To throw, it's Murray. This is caught. Clark. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. So Dallas Clark with the catch there, and he stands number 4 all-time in Colts history in receptions.
And that goes all the way back to 1953 in Baltimore.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And Charles, he's able to dive in there in a short yardage situation.
Just find a place to get to the end zone. Didn't matter where it was, but once he did, used his nose for the end zone and dove in.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Fielded about a yard deep. And some room to maneuver. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. From one end zone to the other, 101 yards, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. From the gun, Vick goes right side, and he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a 1st down run is sniffed out from the start as he'll drop him for a loss of 4. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Shazier picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. On play action, it's Murray. And he's going to go down again. Ryan Shazier getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And that'll hit and go out of bounds, so they'll start just outside their own 40-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
Let's go, baby.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive? Blitz coming, and down he goes. Lawrence Taylor able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now Murray trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Hope. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. They'll run on first down. Sanders. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Vick incomplete. It was knocked away. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And it'll bring up third down. From the shotgun, it's Vick. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good. And we will remain tied here in this third quarter.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On first down, it's Jacobs. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Play fake. Murray. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Here's Murray. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, an 80-yard touchdown, as his guys are able to regain the lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Off the play fake. Murray. He'll get it in the hands of Clark. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. Murray now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. First down, Murray. He's got his big tight end, Dallas Clark. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 38. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line. So it's 2nd and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. DK Metcalf. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Hopkins with the extra point. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Fighting through, and he's got space. And they will finally get him down. How about that return? They'll be set up well as time has run out in this 3rd quarter. We're back now in KC. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Vic operating on 1st down. And Sanders has got it complete. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive,
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off around the 41. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Vic now. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone. Vic with a give to Sanders. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Murray now on first down. On the slant, he gets it to Clark. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
First down, Colts.
Play action. Now it's Murray. On the crossing route, that's complete to Clark. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Throwing on first down is Murray. That's caught inside the 20. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And oh, it'll be intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Kansas City.
Let's hit the post-game tailgates and grab some of that barbecue.
Yeah, BBQ. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well, too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Shut! 55! Hey, eat! Hey, defense, let's go! Pick it up, D!
Murray now on first down. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now Murray throwing on second down. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Surtain. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Watkins, the intended receiver. They'll run on first down. It's Sanders. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. They'll run with Sanders. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing now is Murray, being chased out left. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Murray now to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. They're going for it. It's Murray under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Josh Allen. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right.
It's a foot race. The 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you've got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well, too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
20, 55 to mine. Check, 55 to mine. Yeah.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Jackson got his target, Samuel. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Devin Bush able to run him down for a loss of 18 yards, and it will be 4th down as well. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Jackson. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now it's Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Throwing is Jackson.
Partner, I think we can all agree that that was a pretty darn good opening drive right there. And the key to it all, going for it on 4th down earlier in the drive. Set a tone for it, and the best part, it made it pay off.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
36. Coming this way, here we go.
They start on the ground here. It's Sanders. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
Let's go.
First down, Murray. He'll get it in the hands of Clark. Complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan.
Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down.
36. Man, that's trash.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he's got an open man, Clark. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the defense. There he goes right side. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken at the 3. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Check 52.
On first down, it's Sanders. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Murray. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Check safety.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. 13-0 is the score after one on EA Sports. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now Jackson on first down, eluding the pressure right. This one complete to Jordan Reed. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
To throw again on second down. Jackson, and his throw is going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver, and it's third and short. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Give him 6 yards in the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jackson now. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected, but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all. Now this throw caught left side. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 34. Jackson on first down, and this one complete to Reed. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's Jackson, and this is going to be intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Josh Allen just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now a carry for Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off near the 34. And he's going to return it to the 20. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Vic operating on first down. Out to his left. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Michael Vick, and he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down. Looks pretty evident what they want to do. The same connection to start the game on back-to-back throws.
So when you've got a big-time target, you've got to go to him. The flip side is, shouldn't the defense know that? They should be better prepared.
Absolutely. They're going to have to step up and in a hurry. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. Vic to the air again. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Noah Fant there to make the grab. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This will be taken short. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. They'll run on first down. Sanders. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Here's Murray. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll make it 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Murray. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Vic and the offense will start 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. That throw by Vic incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw, Vic. He'll find Metcalf. Touchdown, Giants! Michael Vick with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
As more and more up-tempo football creeps into the NFL game, some coaches don't think time of possession matters anymore. I believe we found one of them.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken very short. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing on first down is Murray. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Tillman. The trot it, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race, and he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Murray. Muscles by at the 25. And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And this is taken into the end zone. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Steps away. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Let's go.
All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does because your thought.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Adrian Peterson, 38 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And now the Titans will line up to go for 2. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. So pretty interesting. They get the opening drive touchdown. They wanted a little more. They were looking for 8, maybe something they thought about before the game started, I would imagine.
I think you're right about that. That's discussed in your staff meeting. A decision is made. I think the head coach has to blueprint it and say, yes, let's go ahead and do that. In this case, though, let's give some credit to the guys on defense. They gave up the touchdown, but found a way to regroup and keep them out the end zone for the 2-point play.
On first down, it's Sanders. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Terrell Suggs. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And the pressure gets to him again. Terrell Suggs able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check 43.
They'll run. It's Sanders. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ed Reed comes flying in from safety for the sack. Murray with a 3rd and long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. He's going to float this over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for the Titans. 43 yards. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Nick Bosa able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Going for it all. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. DK Metcalf there to make the grab. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Precision. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. And he'll advance no further, so he can't bring it back for 2, but the extra point attempt is unsuccessful. And as he approaches to kick it off, he might be thinking this could be a 14-0 lead with a couple of PATs as he sends this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now a carry for Sanders. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Murray flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now Murray off play action. It's caught. Jones. 12-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity in the ball game. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Josh Allen drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Hopkins' kick is good. And that lead is back down to 9 now. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Mahomes now on 1st down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is down to 2. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Mahomes going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Josh Allen able to get him for a loss of about 3. After the sack on first down, Mahomes completes it to the tight end Kittle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 22 yards there, a first down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Flush to his right. Got a man. It's Randy Moss, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Sliding out of the pocket. That's caught. It's Jerry Rice. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Adrian Peterson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Dawson tacks on the point after. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It was prime time. Deion Sanders with a sack of the corner blitz. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Murray now on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Murray to air it out again. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Terrell Suggs able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude for scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but they're... Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Chris Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. On play action, it's Mahomes. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And down he goes. Terrell Suggs. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he's going to go down again. Devin Bush providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Yeah, Sanders now to return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Read it well, and it's picked. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Murray. And a first hookup with his veteran tight end, Dallas Clark. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Terrell Suggs in on the tackle.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. Another run here with Sanders. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Surtain. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Murray from midfield. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Murray now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Terrell Suggs. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going for it. It's Murray. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Julio Jones, 63 yards, as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And nothing but daylight ahead. 30, past the 20, 10, 5, and he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. That kickoff return, 104 yards. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. Here's Murray looking for his running back, and he's got him. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now this one complete on the slant route. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
A very solid gain of 27. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw is Murray. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Terrell Suggs in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Watch twist.
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Murray sets to throw on 4th. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down.